What's going on, boys? Welcome back. Trade recap for today. We hit a banger once again. Cleanest price action I've ever seen before. NQ is either the best or the worst ever price action that you're going to find in the entire face of the earth. I don't know what it is, but this week or this month, January, is either fucking terrible or it's extremely clean. So, that being said, we are going to go over the trade that I ended up taking today, how I made some bread, all of that good jazz, that good stuff, right? So we're still de-risked in the month of January, as you can see, $277 across all three accounts, right? Just getting those winning days piled up. Also close to hitting our drawdown limit here, so that's why we're de-risked a little bit. But we ended up banging a trade out today. Hopefully, we can have Asia Session Gold save me um, in the month of January, so we don't fucking blow these accounts. But if we do, we'll just fucking one day pass them because we're beasts. Anyways, what ended up happening today, right? Let's check the 4 hour real quick. So here in the 4 hour, you can see that we have this. That's the 1 hour. Okay. Here in the 4 hour, you can see that we have this gap lower. Okay. At the time of us taking this trade, right, we were right here. We were like somewhere right here, fucking whatever. Okay. So we had a high up here, as you can see here in the hourly, right? This high right here. Okay. Over here on ES, right, we took this high out on NQ, okay? So we put in a fat fucking SMT there, you fat fucking chud, right? There's that SMT. That's telling me, okay, we're probably not going to go long for at least a little bit until we hit our draw that we want to touch, before we go towards anything, right? So what did I do? Marked out equilibrium with this range, right? Saw that we had this 4 hour. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, we're probably going to go short down to this, 4 hour gap down here and then continue back up. Something like that, right? That's what we were looking for. So marked this here, okay? We had the 4 hour, we ended up tapping into it, right? But then at the same time, we had an hourly gap that was lower, a little more discounted hourly gap. So I marked that out to myself. I was like, okay, this is my draw on liquidity, okay? If I can get a trade down to there, perfect, I'll take a trade. If not, we're gonna look for some sort of reversal, right? Because we need this SMT to be invalidated. And it being invalidated means that we hit our draw on liquidity that's lower. In this case, since it's at the highs, right, we want to hit that draw lower, right? Then we've already gone down as far as we want to go. Now we can continue back up, right? So in this case, our draw lower was this hourly gap right here, okay? Next thing we did is we saw, okay, came down in here. Well, there's also a 5-minute gap right here, as you can see, 5-minute respection. Then right here, you can also see there's a 15-minute respection. And then off of this candle right here, this looks like a really, really good rejection of that 50% of that hourly of this 15-minute gap, right? So I'm thinking, okay, perfect. We're probably looking to take longs. A lot of people took this 1-minute inversion. The reason that I didn't, right, is because we still had this 5-minute gap up here, right here, right? This 5-minute gap right here. I didn't want to take that because realistically, in a scenario like this, right, I probably would have taken longs up to that 5-minute gap, right? Something like this. Longs up to that 5-minute gap, and then that's a fucking shit risk to reward, and I have to have a really tight stop, and it just wouldn't go in my favor, right? Because I wouldn't want to long past that 5-minute, because I don't know if we're gonna go back up off of that, right? Truly don't know. So wanted to wait for higher time frame confirmation for this. In this scenario, this was the 2-minute, right? And I actually really like this because we came up here, completely filled this 5-minute, right? Had a nice little rejection off of it, but then we continued to push back up. We ended up inversing this 2-minute right here, as you can see. Boom. Inverse this 2-minute. We got in right here, I believe, off this candlestick, or maybe right here off this candlestick, right? This is where we entered, so it was probably off this candlestick. And then we just targeted these highs up here, and then we had our stops at the candle body of this low. Could have gone down here, but it's like a 2-point difference. Why not just put it at the candle body, get a little better risk to reward, although it's probably like $2. But anyways, so the reason, right, and I also ended up going break even here really fast just because this was the 5-minute, right? So we could have technically still respected this 5-minute. If we took this out, we could have just reversed off of that and continued back to the downside, right? That's a very good assumption that could have happened, right? Is because this 5-minute did get fully filled, but if we sweep a high that's inside of a gap, right, there's chances for us to reverse off that. And NQ's been really fucking weird recently, so I was not going to take the chances. I was just going to go break even early, right? Respect the charts doing its thing, and that's what ended up happening. So very beautiful, nice delivery, and as you can see, delivered right to TP. Not a single freaking, what's it called? Actually, there was. These I entered right here, maybe? No, right here. So these two candles were bearish, but then after that, nice bullish delivery towards our gap. But yeah, so NQ's been pretty shit recently. This whole month. Asia session gold though. Asia session gold has been crazy. So your boy's gonna start trading Asian session gold. I've been paper trading it, forward testing it, back testing it. I'm locked in on it. So we're gonna be trading Asian session gold. Hit like a 1 to 8 banger last night. Actually insane. This is a forward test as well. I'm testing AM session, but look at this, bro. Freaking 1 to 7 R banger. That's all I'm gonna show you. But gold is crazy, bro. Gold is fucking unreal. So we're gonna be doing that just because NQ's kind of fucking us in the asshole. But that being said, that's trade recap. Super simple, super sweet, super short. Not that big of a deal, right? This is exactly how I took the trade. 2-minute inversion, right? All it was, right? Let's go through it. Technically, we had an SMT here at these lows because we tapped in this hourly gap, but we did not on ES, as you can see right here. So SMT, 1 hour gap, 4 hour gap, 4 hour equilibrium, 15-minute gap, 5-minute gap, 2-minute inversion back to the upside, low resistance liquidity stacked up. Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple, very easy. So that's the trade we took today. Ended up making like, I don't know, like $800, somewhere around that. So that being said, that's the trade. I'll catch you boys tomorrow.